Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we bring you yet another siege. And it is, of course, this map. All that is wonderful, as you can see. Now, over here, you can see that essentially, just going to turn my mic down a bit there. Essentially, you have a cannon on the right and a cannon on the left. These are firing in towards the spawn, which you can see up ahead now. If we look at the troops, you've obviously got on the Russian side, you have the 4E, the 41st SBR, the 54th, the 37th, so many people in there. And attacking, we have the 77Y. So, now what they're going to look to do is make a hole in this wall as quickly as possible. You can see they've started kind of already there. And they will be taking cover in these... Well, okay, maybe not... Okay, so that didn't go well. They're going to be taking cover in this section here. So here are the... Oh, nice shot, sir. Naze with a lovely shot there indeed. Cannonball fire into loads of the 77Y. Rave and Brothers and poor old English beef being cooked there. So you can see they're trying to take out these cannoneers. So the likes of Monsieur Thomas with a nice moustache. Army Andy there. A new gentleman I do not recognise. Welcome. Dirty Morth, who of course everybody recognises. And Gunner Murray. Now, let's see what's going on as these guys are... Oh, look at that. Oh, Gunner Banana has been murdered by a cannonball. So, and so is Rickamaroo. Oh, poor old Rick. Poor old Rick capturing a cannonball early on. Never mind. So, as you can see, look, there's a few people lying down on the job. And the defenders, remember, have only 5 lives. All the attackers have unlimited lives. So, that makes things interesting for these guys because they can just keep pouring in. Oh, look at that mass fire coming in. That's lovely stuff. Getting good range on these guys. The likes of these Russian defenders, you can see. Yeah, that's him. The bearded wonder himself, Landsmack. Looking splendid. Now, the thing is, I noticed they don't have a cannoneer on the right-hand side. There's Major Yoker from the 7th. Now, he's obviously... In there you've got defenders like Mina over here and Desert Thunder as well. And you can see essentially they've got to try and breach that area. So that's what they're moving towards. Now you can see the start of a breach on the right hand side. Oh no. Musketeer, the epic milkshake, has been sniped down by Benito. Oh, there we go. Look at that. There's a breach, boys and girls. There's a breach. And the 77Y have noticed, and Aztir is leading the charge into the breach under gunfire from all directions. 77Y being taken down in the back there. Grenadier Rickamaroo again capturing, and he's going in for a punch and gets cut to pieces. So poor old Aztir there. So you can see everybody moving in. There we go. People moving in left, right and centre. Georgia gets taken down very quickly. The 77Y now pouring in as quickly as they can. Trying to get in there in sheer weight of numbers. Get up there. They're going to have a command to take out that cannon because that cannon's going to cause them problems. As indeed it has thus far. But the 77Y are now inside. There we go. Look at that. They've got the inside portcullis open. And now, obviously, what the cannons are going to try and do is fire through this hole and aim for these walls. And you can see they've started already. Look at this. These guys are really efficient. And you've got a couple of numbers here. There's Snarfy. Unfortunately, Hagman just died. But Snarfy's actually inside. And what's going on here? This is really careless by the Russian side. They have not closed that portcullis. Ah, there we go. There we go. Von Schumann from the 37th. Smart boy. He decided to close that portcullis so they've got somewhere to defend. He's now going to go onto this mini cannon to try and take out as many of the 77Y. There are still defenders in there. Le Sergeant L'Avior, unfortunately, copping a bullet. And you can see, oh, look at that. Highland Foot killing his teammate. Oh, Naze Blaze. Oh, heavens. And Kips. He took Kips out as well. Oh, goodness me. That was a fantastic shot. Absolute belter. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you fire a cannon. Opportunistic gittage for the win. That's what we're talking about. So, Rickaroo complaining of lag because he caught a cannonball in the face. You suck, Rick. So you can see, obviously, the trouble is they're coming down here. They're all in a line because that's really the only way they can come down in this particular line formation. And it's a cannonballer's wet dream, as you can imagine. So it's just whether or not they can fire and do the damage quick enough. So let's see what the cannons decide to do. See what I mean? Look, just more of them. More cannonball goodness. So that's von Schumann on the inside, taking people out quite significantly. So you can see von Schumann. See, there's Naze Blaze in there as well, doing pretty good. And it's looking pretty hard here. Now, the thing is, there are a significant numbers of Russians defending the inner sanctum, I suppose you could say. James Chesney from the 4E there. And obviously from the 41st SBR, there's Mahmot. And obviously Alfred Deville, or Deville. And this guy Nutty Pig, who lived up to his name and avoided getting a cannonball. Look at this. Look at what the 77Y Cannoneers are doing already. Trying to take out that area as quickly as possible. As soon as they get a breach, they're just going to literally ignore these guys and they will rush it. Because it's sheer weight of numbers. That's now, I'm surprised that they don't close that. Because at the moment there are 2 routes to come in. If they close that, they'd only have 1 route to which funnel everybody in. But apparently they decided not to go that route, as we now have the Russians and the Austrians, obviously. They are now trading fire across the courtyard. So those pesky ostriches, and I can't even say the word ostrich. Now, what you'll also see them do, yep, there we go, is that sometimes you'd expect them to turn those cannon inward. So you've got Cadet Beam up here, Hammerstau, Ernie, and Striker 89. So you've now got, oh, Joseph. Oh dear. Unfortunately catching a bullet there as he was trying to move up, and whoops-a-daisy. Brad shit, actually, unfortunately. He decided to run in front of the cannon just as Gunner Murray was firing. So, yeah, it was a cadet, but, you know, what can you say? These are the lessons that need to be learned. Okay, so let's see. Now, there we go. Look at that. There's a breach already. That's coming from Murray up by the hill there. And by the tree. You've also got this mortar, which is being controlled by the Budginator. The Budgie of Death. And you can see, obviously, Stefan in there as well. You've got yet more people. I'm hearing drumming. I'm hearing conspicuous drumming going on. Ultimate Me, whose hiding place is just fantastic, as you can see. And Landsmacker's just been team killed. Oh dear. So you can see them now all pouring in. And they're trying to make their way in through that single breach. Let's see. Breach on the right. Yep, there we go. Multiple breaches. Now, it's all pretty much over. Because they are going to be bringing sheer weight of numbers. The Russians are going to have to defend themselves. You can see up on the hill there, masses of 77Y on their way any second. And any minute now, the 77Y pain train will arrive. So my gun doesn't shoot, says Ultimate Me. Try loading it. Ah, drummage. Derpy Hooves. Sold at Derpy Hooves from the 54. Good for you, sir, and your drumming skills. Ah, the sounds of war. And he's drawn his sword. And he draws his musket to take a pot shot at the Austrians who are now attacking. Bill the Butcher, who's just managed to team kill somebody. Whoops-a-daisy. So now we've got enemies going in, and Aztir captures a bullet. Shot by Tweak. So now you can see here loads of fire all over the place from the defending Russians. Fantastic stuff going on here. Along with a little bit of defensive drumming, I should say, from Mr. Derpy Hooves. Great name, by the way, and great moustache. And you can see also there's Colonel Barbs from the 37th. We're looking at Black Soul. So as you can see here, it's still looking pretty desperate for the Russians. Oh, stunning shot there. Part taking out multiple members of the 4E, including poor old Landsmack, who was hiding behind this barricade, but it was not significant enough to stop a cannonball, which is understandable. So we shall sit up here and watch the eventual melee that is occurring in the courtyard. You have Russians up on the side here. Just checking to see what's going on. God, I love that drummer. Good old Derpy. He's in there, in between all the melee going on, and he's still drumming. That is serious drumming going on there, boys and girls. Serious drumming. So, you can see now over on the right-hand side and the left-hand side, 77Y Austrian troopers pouring in like rats. It's just mad. Now let's have a look. You've got a nice little section here of Ultimate Me and Hammerstout, and they're just trying to pick off people up on the top left hand side here. So where you've got the likes of that cannon, and oh no, somebody's just team killed the drummer. Oh no, poor Derpy Hooves. Oh, poor Derpy. And there we go. So it looks like Macedo there catching a canister shot along with Damascus, Vazul and Snarfy. So they're unfortunately capturing canister shot from this guy up here. There we go. There's Mr. Bong Ripper. Artilleryman extraordinaire. Very, very good artilleryman. That's very accurate, very consistent. Which is exactly what you're after in a cannoneer. So they've still held them off. I'm quite impressed by this. Now, obviously, they're still having a fight in the main square. So you can see the fight is occurring. There's Major Malekith going in when he's telling everyone, go in and melee. Do not stand and shoot, because you stand and shoot, you're just going to block the entrance up, and it's just not going to go well for you. So here we go. This is it. This is the melee confrontation that I was expecting. And a flute. So you can see now they're trying to get into that flag. They're trying to get numbers into the flag. Oh, Major Malekith gets taken down by Batman. I'm Batman. And you can see now loads of Austrian troops moving in. Unfortunately, it looks like that attempt has been unsuccessful. The Russians are still holding it open. It looks like a horse just opened the door. The portcullis over there. More Austrians moving in, trying to get close to that flag. You've got these guys up here defending for everything they're worth. These guys up here defending. And also all of these guys up here as well. Old one Max in there as well, trying to fire back. Paul Smith also, Cadet Nubas 3 or Nubas 13. And you can see here, this is essentially... Look at all this. Look at these guns. This is just... carnage, absolute carnage. So, the question is, there's 5 minutes and 51 seconds left on the clock. Holy crap! Oh wow, look at that. Bong Ripper doing his thing. Fantastic job there by Bong. And as you can see, timed it to perfection, took out a significant number of the enemy, and as a result, they are now a lot less than they were originally when they were coming through that first gate. So you can see now they're in there, they're doing the melee. The Russians are firing combinations of fire and melee, whereas the Austrians are moving into melee straight away. Few numbers are being taken down. Every death of the Russian takes away from their 5 available lives. The Austrians are not so encumbered, as you can see. plenty going on. There are obviously plenty of team kills going on. And I think now the Russians could be in problems, because you can see now there is a significant number of Austrians around the area of the flag. There is, in fact, one on there specifically. You can see Cadet Ruz there. Literally, he's been told, get on the flag, and he is on the flag. To hell with everyone else. To hell with your melee. I am going to sit on the flag and shoot at people. So, good for that man. Takes his orders well. And you can see over here, there's Charles Vassar, unfortunately from the 4E, being taken down. More Russians need to get out of that building and start meleeing people. There's still melee coming in. This is the spawn area of the Russians. You can see a gentleman in there. Let's see who that is. Oh, no, it's... I don't know who it is, actually. I think that was Arm going in there. So you can see plenty of Russians all over the place. The flag is just about to hit the floor. The final, there we go. The final lot. And with 4 minutes, that was desperately unlucky for the Russians. They're so close to holding that. And we shall move on to the next round. Be right back. So this is the lovely boat that the Austrians decided to arrive in, as you can see. Not a lot of seating, I have to say. Rather minimalistic. A table with loads of guns and a big bit of wood. Oh, a sword as well. So there we go. That's essentially it. So pretty sparse when you come to think about it, but never mind. They're here for war. As you can see, the Austrian side now, with the exception of one. Angry Piper from the 95th. Capitan Neo from the 7th. And Cadet Bradshit has just team killed one of his friends. Oh dear. Now, there's Groovy from the 37th. Devakitty. Cannonballer Extremis. Joseph with a nice kill there already. There's the Budgenator, of course. And the assassin that is Bong Ripper. And Landmack has snuffed it already. And here is Naze Bays in there as a cannoneer. Looking great. Oh, Dirty Morph. Dirty, dirty Morph. Oh dear. Just horrible, horrible stuff. So, unfortunately, Gunnar Murray has caught a cannonball. And you can see... so, they're not around much longer, but never mind. So you can see, oh look, accurate fire coming in here from a combination of the lights and grenadiers. So you can see these guys all taking cover in this bunkered area, in this trench. And over the other side, as you can see, holy crap, really? Whoa. I have to say, that's impressive. That is a very quick... Oh God! It's the fisticuffs man himself. So he's in there, motivating the troops. Get back in there, you swines! As so you can see Aztir there, obviously trying to outwit the enemy. Not really much of a requirement. Oh, poor old Maxo there, capturing a bullet. Look at the fire coming in. And you can see, good job being done. Cannonballs bouncing down the middle of the road. There's an Adjutant Phil. There's a Capitana Neo. Oh, crikey. So the cannonballs are still continuing to fly. Oh dear, McDonkey's just been murdered. And you can see now that they're already... Holy crap, really? Wow, that's impressive. I have to say, these guys, these cannoneers are good. Very, very good indeed. Because, you know, to be fair, most of the time when it's up... most of the nice snipe on Aztir, most of the time when it's been the 77Y in the siege, their cannons have been absolutely fantastic and done a great job. And the opposing team's cannons, because they don't really work together as a team in the same way as the 77Y do, they haven't been as effective. But I have to say the 37th cannon is proving themselves to be extremely smart and very, very effective. And that's a great thing because, you know, everybody doesn't want to see a complete route, so to speak, by the 77Y every week. You know, it's not fair on everybody. We want to see a good challenging game. We want to see the 77Y being challenged as much as possible, because that's how people improve. If you keep winning all the time, you never improve. And that's, you know, so it's a good thing, you know, and it's a good thing. It's not only great for those people playing, but it's also for those people watching, because it could get to the point where you have to place your bets on who you think is going to win. Nice stab there. So you can see here, let's see who this is. Johnny Maverick is in there having a fight with Mina. Oh, Mina, lovely stab, and gets Johnny Maverick as well. Wow. So, oh, what's going on? Oh, pay attention to what's going on behind you. Oh, Siri. Oh, you did his own trick on Mina. That was just brutal. So, you know, let's see how things progress. Who's that? That's Curly Tripod. Great name, by the way. There, of course, is one of the commanders. You can see him standing up. He's not yet dead, so it's not an official battle yet. Aztir's just been assassinated again. There he is. I swear he spends more time on his back. I swear, to be honest, if Aztir was going to be anything else in this world, he'd be a prostitute, because he spends more time on his back than he does vertical. But anyway, let's see what's going on. Now, let's see. Okay, let's see if we can find Mac. Because he says army cooperation. If by army cooperation you mean death, then yes, I'll be more than happy to observe that. So there's Donaldinho there. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Mass charge in towards the walls there. Looking so good. And any minute now, they're going to have a huge charge right into... There we go. The charging is beginning. Fire coming in from all locations. And the 77Y are under a bit of pressure. However, there does not appear to have been a breach in the second inner wall yet. I would think they want to work on that as a matter of urgency. Now, the thing is, one thing you'll notice is that this cannon here, this route through the cannon, will hit about here, I think. Let's have a look at our positioning. Yeah, no, actually it's over here, really. So it's going to be in this sort of area is where the breach will occur. Round about where striker 80 to 9 is. So, these guys have got to try and get in there. Who's out there doing a flip it? Okay, that was English Beef. But he's well and truly out of it. And Cadet Zurich over on the side. Also dead. So, let's have a look to see how the defences look. So, oh, Thomas. Thomas with a lovely shot with a mortar. And you can see here, we've got a few defenders. Over by the well-armoured tents, of course. Count Confusion is in there. Obviously not on cannoneer duty today. Young Mr. Kipps. As you can see, he's in there doing his thing. Normally in as a Jaeger, but obviously he is doing it normal, so to speak, today. And potshot's been taken. Oh no, Panos the Pyro. There he is, the late Panos. And you can see... Oh, Doombringer! Oh, Doombringer! Oh, look at that. Cannon fire. There we go. See, look, there's a few members of the 4E, unfortunately, caught a cropper. So, let's see. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. That's pretty nasty. Right down the middle... And Doombringer taking out yet more. Can you see them bouncing these cannonballs? Down the middle. Boom, 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 boom. That's what we're talking about here. It's just, they're going for the likes of young Mr. Ripper over here. The Ripper a la Bong. And Groovy's in there. And Devakitty obviously doing their thing. So, the trouble is, let's see as we move in towards the fort... We're taking a look. They've got a couple of breaches on the left-hand side, but this breach here is going to be the key one for them, because they will fire through that breach and use that breach to then create a second breach on the inner wall. I'd say they really need to get into a position where they're kind of breaching the second wall by about 10, maybe 8 minutes into the battle, because obviously they've then got to fly in, get sheer weight of numbers in there as quickly as possible, and they may not be able to do it. So you've now got Joseph here, Bombardier Joseph, and they're now trying to deal with a couple of Austrians who are up there. Joseph failing to deal with them, but never mind. Guarda Presidente. El Presidente is in there doing his thing. And there's... Oh, stab. Whoops-a-daisy. Lord Belmont has just been stabbed by Le Presidente. Very unfortunate. So, you've also got on the way to being a... Yeah, see, look. Look at that position. Oh, dirty Morth. And you can see that's the position that the cannoneer is going for. If he can make his way through and take as much of that wall out as possible, that's what he's after. So they shall be working towards that. And you can see here, these are the actual crater shots made by the mortars. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at that. Holy crap. Yeah. Doombringer and Dirty Morth, you are evil, evil bastards. Yeah. They are nasty, nasty people. So. Oh, there we go. Dirty Morth manages to capture a bullet as a way of making up for lost time, so to speak. But yeah, that's why you don't run in a straight line. And you can see them all lining up on the corner here. Gunner Murray, I'm guessing, will be up here. Let's have a look. Or is that... No, that's Yui 619. So let's see if we can find out where Monsieur Murray is located. Well, he's not there. Ah, I reckoning young Mr. Murray could be here. Yes, he is. Working with his teammate, Mr. Doombringer. So, let's see. It looks like the... Oh, drummer coming in for a bit of offensive drumming work here. Let's see. Let's follow our drummer. There's Vaslav, or Vaslav. And that's... Yeah, that's looking good. That's looking good. So, you can see Vaslav. He's trying to deal with them. The drum is helping. Oh, he's just got a quick stab there. Oh, another quick stab. Nice tack there. Charlie the Turtle. Ah, Charlie the Turtle got killed. And there we go. So, Rikimaru is having major ping problems tonight. Let's get an idea. See how things are looking for him. Yeah, Dirty Morth with a 236 ping. Let's have a look. Yeah, Georgia 329, the quick one. These are guys all who have are coming from you know, Holland, places like that. So it's very unfortunate for them at the moment. Now, you have the Budgenator in there. They have the cannonballs, and you've now got Naze Bays who's actually starting to do damage. And they are moving towards a breach, but to be honest, I think they need to get a breach quicker in the second section. Otherwise, they will not make it through to that flagged area. Because you've still got this fine fella at the back here. Corporal Thomas with his mortar. Trying to do as much damage as possible. So, let's see. Okay, there's a nice line here. Walk in front of the cannons, good idea, yeah. So there we go, so here's Angry Piper with members of the 95th making their way down. Okay. Yeah, so... Oh, boy, old Bong Ripper. Finally catches a cannonball there. And let's see what's going on. As you've got... Oh dear. You've got other members making their way out. Let's see. You've got this fellow. There we go. So the Budgeonator has now got access to the cannon and is firing it inside and into this area here. So he's trying his best to do some damage. Let's look up on the right hand side. I'm surprised he doesn't get that cannon. I don't know, the angle. The angle is not looking that good. The angle is... It's kind of... He could probably hit the wall on the left-hand side here. It doesn't have to be that perfect, but it could do it. So you can see now the Austrian troops making their way in. Coming down as quickly as they can. There's Michael Ney, Cadet Michael Ney from the 4th Grenadiers. Another strike from the mortar right in the centre, just outside the wall. Good stuff. Oh dear. So let's see. Now you can see over here. There's Doombringer moving back to his cannon position. However, he doesn't have the cover that he used to have. Here you go. So he's going to try and load, but he's going to come under fire. Going to need his friends around him to help keep him alive because of these buggers. Watch out! And that's why. Poor old Doomy. Never mind. So, oh, yeah, of course, yeah, that's the other guy. So, here we have another line of Austrians making their way in. Complete with, obviously, Sommers in the background there. There's Angry Piper. And there, of course, is Naze-Blaze on his way back. So this is the spawn area, so you can see. Somebody who seems to be relaxing. There's Corporal Jonathan. And these guys are all set up so that they essentially don't move out in lines, I think, bigger than or smaller than 6. So we'll just have to wait and see as we're following a line as they're making their way in now. Let's follow them in as they make their way into this breach on the right hand side. Let's see how we go. So following them all in, as you can see, watching the Austrians make their way towards the inner fort. However, this is an inner fort that they have yet to breach. And that is where the problem lies, because they are now all caught up. The problem they're going to have is the fact that because they've now got so many troops crowding around this area, any cannonball that they then fire down from the hill up there means that they will actually have a problem and they're in danger of killing some of their own teammates. So this is essentially why you need to try and get a breach on the inner wall as quickly as possible. Which is kind of what they're going for here, but it doesn't help when you have people standing in the way. Like sort of this man. But, you know, the thing is, all they're trying to do is get in there and get the kills and do as much damage as possible. Oh dear. So cannons are coming in. The Budgeonator doing his job wonderfully there. There's a flag on the floor. And the Austrians are desperately trying to get in. But they're not having much success. They need that breach. The breach is key to what they need to be able to do. Now the thing is, if you look here on the left, the breach is still not set up yet. But they're still waiting for that breach to be made on the left hand side. You can see them all hanging around here, except for him, Tweak, who seems to be fascinated by the ground. And you can see now the remaining defenders. There's not a lot of Russians there. Look how many Russians there are now. Now the thing is, if they had a breach, they would be able to get through and they would probably be able to take this. But with 1 minute left, it's looking like it may not actually happen. They need to get that breach now. If they do not get that, they will not take this round, because there is a singular lack of defenders in this area. Not a lot of Russians are defending, and that's really what's going to cause the problem for them. That they are all held up on the outside here. They cannot do a thing, and until they get that breach, they will not be able to get in. So 34 seconds. I think it's fair to say that the Russians, the 77Y, have defended the fort, and this is very unfortunate, because without that breach they have not been able to make any kind of serious inroad into it. So that's a desperate shame, really is. They're trying to get up on there, they're trying to jump up, trying to do anything they can. You can see the frustration of these guys. That's... yeah. That's unfortunate. So let's see. Ah, there we go, we got a breach. And here goes the flood, but the time is ticking over. It's whether or not the Russians who are left can defend. Let's see. Is the flag going down? Time is ticking. The clock is on 0. Will they have enough Austrians to get onto the flag? Will the Russians be able to stop it? It's touch and go. The clock is on 0. There we go. The flag is dropping like a stone. Will the Austrians have made it? We'll just have to wait and see. They have. There we go, boys and girls. There we go. And we'll go on to the next round. It might be a fun round. I don't know. We'll wait and see. Okay, well, I thought I'd join the 77Y side for a change. This is all musketoons, so this should be fun. There's Mr. Oblivion, and we're behind Mr. Incapable. Protect Chad. Oh, that's always a dangerous idea. Normally, these kind of guys, they will protect me with bullets. And it's like, no, I don't want that. Stop protecting me. Stop protecting me, you fools. Some bloody line. Come on. I'll go on the end. No, Mina got me. Oh no. Oh dear. Fire ill. Yeah, we're definitely ill. Actually, what I'm going to do is come in as a drum, I think. There we go. Completely silly. Musketoons. Completely silly. Oh god, Aztir's teleporting everywhere again. What? Oh, oh, oh. Oh yes, we want some of that. Where the hell is it? Ah, is it that one? Yes, it is that one. Yes, we want some of that. Yes, we want lots of this. Oh, no bullets. Oh, bugger. I'm not carrying any cartridges. Hell knows. Damn it. There we go. High-speed loading, look at that! Fantastic stuff. Fantastic. Wish I had the banhammer. No, don't shoot at me! Leave me alone. Who can I kill? Yeah, that was a good start. We'll kill Macedo. Let's go kill them all. Oh, for God's sake. Get off me, you fools. I'm trying to reload. Still can't kill him. Ah, get off me, you sods. At least I can walk. Thank you. Problem solved. There we go, problem solved. They're all after me again. Oh dear, this is such a silly gun. Who's that lot? Oh dear, love it. Brilliant stuff, brilliant stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed the siege battle to tonight, and we will see you again next time. Cheers.